this is Rodney from Djents, and I'm here with Haken. So this is your 10 years anniversary tour. How does it feel to be on the road for like 10 years now?
Well, actually, it doesn't even feel like 10 years.
No.
It's gone like that, really. I mean, it just seems like yesterday we did our very first ever like gig overseas, which was like, what was that? Prog Power, or was that Lorelei? I can't remember. I can't even remember what it was. But.
Yeah, we would have done Lorelei Festival, the night of the prog.
Okay.
Our first adventure.
Yeah, it was our first time playing in Germany. And since then, Germany's always been kind to us.
Okay.
So it's always good to come back. But it's just like I don't know. It's like some trick of the memory. Maybe you forget all those years somehow, and here we are. Suddenly 10 years. Don't know how it happened.
Okay.
It doesn't feel that long. Yeah.
And how was the tour so far?
It's going really good. Yeah, I mean, we're all pretty sick now. It's getting to the end. Sorry, if you go home after this and you've got the flu, it's our fault. It's sitting next to me. That's why. Yeah. So we've got like 4 shows left, and so I'm looking forward to going home, getting well again.
Okay.
But it's been good. All the shows have been really well attended. Good crowds, and played a lot of notes, a lot of music.
It's been nice to reflect on 10 years of music and kind of harking back to tracks from Aquarius and Visions, and I think people have been with us for a long time and have dug that, you know.
Yeah, it's been quite nostalgic in that way,
Yeah.
which I'm a huge fan of. I mean, I love nostalgia. I'm just one of those people that loves it, thinking back and so revisiting all those Aquarius tracks has been good fun.
Okay.
So.
And has the remastered versions of Aquarius and Visions also been part of your 10 years anniversary plan, actually?
I guess it was planned. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was long overdue anyway to get Aquarius back on the shelf. It was off the market for a good year, and so it tied in nicely with our 10-year kind of landmark.
That's right. Yeah.
So it was just kind of a happy accident, really, that it's kind of.
Okay.
We finally got round to it. We've been talking about it for years, because we had basically what it was all about was like the original contract we had with those albums lapsed, and so it was just it was removed from sale and streaming services, all stuff like that. So so we kind of did want to bring it back and at some point, but then we didn't just want to do the same again, kind of thing. So luckily we had all the stems available, so we had like the drum track, the guitar track, the bass track, vocal track, and everything like that. So we sent it to Jens Bugeren, who mixed our kind of last 3 releases, and he kind of knows our sound, and he's a big part of why those records sound like they do. It's like we're just half of it, really. So I mean, we thought it'd be fun to sort of give him those stems and see what he could do with them, So all the sounds are kind of the same sounds as before, but he's just, he's a magician in the studio.
Okay. And do you remember your very first rehearsal you had with Haken?
Well, I kind of joined the band a couple of years in, so Ross and Rich are the sort of founding guys. Don't know, do you remember? Maybe that'd be a question for you. The first ever Haken rehearsal. Well, I wasn't there.
I don't think I can pinpoint the first ever rehearsal. I mean, in the very early days, we were jamming with different musicians at the time. The core members were myself, Richard, and a guy called Matthew Marshall. And I can remember all those kind of bedroom jams when we were just dreaming big.
Okay.
But I actually stopped playing with the guys for a while, and this was a period of time when Raymond joined the band, and a guy called Peter Jones, and they were looking for a vocalist, but to no avail. So I was invited back, and I kind of had to re-audition to join the band. So I ended up kind of singing Strange Deja Vu.
Okay.
And they seemed to be kind of impressed with some of my
kind of fitting in a way.
Yeah, right. So I mean, that was really when that was a rehearsal when kind of Haken was kind of forming again.
Okay. And did you ever expected Haken to be around like 10 years?
Don't really think about these things.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you want to. You have you dream big and you aim for it, but you know, you just got to do your thing and see what happens, I guess.
It worked out.
It's just, I mean, it's so much luck is involved.
Yeah, sure.
With anything, you know, being a musician is just like you're sort of planting all these seeds and just seeing which ones work out. You know, like
For sure. And speaking of nostalgia, I mean, you're bringing back like a pretty strong 80s feeling to your music, but also kind of to your image. But why the 80s? So.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
The 80s, yeah. I mean, personally, that's when I grew up. That's when I was a kid. So that's like when I think back to the best times of being a kid. It was in the 80s, and it was like, you know, I remember like watching Transformers on TV. I had all the comics and you know, Thundercats and all the sort of movies that were around E.T. and Empire Strikes Back and all that stuff. That's just my kind of fondest memories, and that's what just feels like. It just feels like me, you know, kind of thing. So that's. I think maybe I was the one that kind of brought it to the band. This kind of idea of, you know, we're in this kind of prog genre where a lot of bands go back to the 70s as like a touchstone of like sounds or a kind of style of riff or vocals or something. But I wasn't really seeing a lot of bands mining the 80s prog or, you know, 80s music as a thing.
Okay.
And I thought it'd be, you know, it's just like one of those things, you know, when you're looking for inspiration to write a song or an album or, you know, create something, you got to, you know, it's just, you've got to try and look at what other people aren't doing. You know, and it's like, it seemed like at the time no one was doing that. So it was, that was why.
And have there been 80s bands that influenced you most?
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of like I like the 80s Yes and King Crimson albums more than the 70s albums.
Okay.
You know? So like, I don't know who else. It's more like 80s movies influenced me.
Okay.
I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, the songwriting drew a lot from 80s cinema.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that played a big part in, you know, where the sound comes from. But I mean, just following on from what Charlie was saying, like, I really love Phil Collins' era Genesis.
Yeah, me too.
And Toto, who are kind of a big inspiration. So I mean, these are the kind of staple bands that we've been mentioning before, but it was very crucial to the inspiration of this album.
Yeah. So there's that, and we also, you know, I also love like, you know, like Metallica, or an 80s band, you know, like, you know, so, and that kind of sound of their guitars hasn't really been bettered. I don't think, since, you know, people are still trying to make, you know, you're from Djents, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, to me, that sound has been around since Master of Puppets. You know, it's like that was the quintessential power chord downstroke, palm mute sound. You know.
I mean, at the same time, there's plenty on the record, which is modern. You know.
For sure.
So 80s was a great starting point, and it worked really well for the promotion of the record. But there's plenty on there which stands shoulder to shoulder with the gent music with Tesseract and a lot of electronic music.
I still love playing my 8-string guitar.
And especially in The Endless Knot, there is this dubstep part in. So where did you get this inspiration for the more contemporary stuff from?
Well, I think the original ideas largely came from Raymond, and he had a lot of kind of rhythmic percussive ideas that he put into the mix, and working closely with Diego and Charlie with the riffs. It kind of just formed that way.
Yeah, I remember that section. I think Ray actually kind of MIDI programmed that riff, and then handed it over to Diego, and then who just like made it sound like it does. He sort of did the sound design of the synths and everything there, and it was just like once he played it to us, we just thought, it's got to be that.
Sound design is Diego's kind of forte, so he brought that to the mix.
Do you have like a personal favorite song within your set on this tour?
I've really enjoyed kind of playing the Aquarius songs. For me personally, that's it's something we've avoided on recent tours, but it's for this occasion. It's been really special to me to bring those out again.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I mean it's kind of always sort of most fun to play the newer songs for me, like Architect. It's not a dull moment for the guitar parts. So that's always fun. But yeah, I mean, we did this Aquarius. It's basically a medley of the whole album. It's the whole album condensed down to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And so that's been fun. I mean, it was really sort of fun, like creatively, sort of making the transitions work, and it's sort of fun to see people that sort of know the songs, and you sort of suddenly see them realise we've changed into another song, and it's fun, to see.
Cool. I have to admit, last year, Affinity has been my favorite record out of 2016.
Thank you.
So the question is, what was your favorite last year?
Last year, damn. God, I can't even remember what was out. I don't remember.
You know what? There were actually hundreds of brilliant records that came out last year. To just picking one is
what was it? Give me some clues. What came out last year? I don't know.
Let me guess. My top 3 has been yours, Deathstretch, and The Deer Hunter. And also Isan brought out a new record which was pretty decent, and Oathbreaker.
Okay.
I know technically
I haven't really heard any of those.
Okay.
I know technically it was January this year, but the new Pain of Salvation record has been one that's been on the turntable.
That's
for
awesome.
me. So.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Then we played on the cruise with them, and that was the first time they played those songs live, and they just sounded amazing live.
Okay.
They were good on the CD, but they just performed them so well. It was awesome.
Another special record last year was the Neil Morse Band album, Similitude of a Dream.
Oh yeah.
And we got a private listening of the record.
Okay.
Basically, Mike sat us down and forced us to listen to that entire thing.
Okay.
It was great. It was a great memory.
Okay.
But a fantastic album.
Cool. I remember first time I've heard about you when you played at it was Night of the Brock, which is not that far away from this place as well. It's like 1 hour drive or something like this.
Nice.
And I've just read this Haken and bacon slang. So where did it come from, actually?
I don't know. It was basically like people were mispronouncing it as Haken. And we were just saying, no, it's Haken, like bacon. That was where it came from. People kept saying it wasn't supposed to be a what's the word? Like a anything.
Catchphrase.
It wasn't supposed to be that, but people caught onto it.
Yeah. Cool.
So people think we're talking about bacon, as in bacon. We mean Kevin Bacon.
Okay, I see.
Important.
We actually had a T-shirt made with Kevin Bacon's face.
Okay.
Bacon for president.
So, is there anything you would like to add, or something you want to reach out to?
Well, we've just announced the continuation of this tour is going to extend to North America. So that's something people might not be aware of. But so obviously we're wrapping up here in Europe right now. But we're taking the show out to the States and then
Australia. So if you're,
first time.
If you're down under,
awesome.
Check out the dates.
Cool.
First time there. Can't wait.
All right.